Well, Election Day is here. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Thomas.
I'm Laura Painter. It's a big day in politics, and we do have a lot to get to tonight.
Indeed, we have live team coverage with teams in Sacramento, Placer County, as well as San Joaquin County as people line up to cast their ballots.
We start with ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha live at the Sacramento County Registrar of Voters, where ballots are being counted tonight. Garshpal, the last time we spoke, it seemed like there was a pretty good flow out there. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, Chris and Laura, the flow inside has slowed down a bit. A lot more people just dropping off their ballots outside. But the people that are coming in here, they're either wanting to do it in person, or they may have issues with one of their ballots, so they're trying to get it fixed, or they're registering that same day voter registration to vote. So we're only 2 hours away until polls close, and we're here at the voter registration and election office at 65th Street in South Sacramento. And in Sacramento County, more than 915,000 voters have registered, and about 340,000 ballots have been returned. And we're told that's about 40% of the ballots that have been returned, but we know that's going to increase as we go into the night. And we caught up with a county official who talked about just that turnout and how things has been very busy.
It's been a busy day. We've been here since early this morning. All of our vote centers have been pretty busy. Our lobby here has had a steady stream of customers. All of our ballot drop boxes have been getting filled up today. It's been busy.
And so remember, polls close at 8 p.m. If you are in line at 8 p.m., stay in line and you will get an opportunity to vote. And back out here live as people try to figure out the different issues that they may have, or they're just registering to vote. But also there was a tech issue reported at one of the locations, not here, but in Arden Arcade at the location of 2201 Cottage Way. The county tells me that there was 2 computers that were down for about 15 minutes, but the county told me those computers have been up and running, so they're just trying their best to make sure everything is up and running. But that's the one tech issue that we have experienced. But we'll make sure to pass along any information that we have gotten regarding any issues, but that's the one that we were told about 10 minutes ago. So luckily that location is back up and running in Arden Arcade. Reporting live in Sacramento County, Garshpal Sangha, ABC 10.
Well, Garshpal, that is good to know that things are up and running again. And don't forget, get in line and stay in line if you're there past 8 o'clock. Garshpal, thank you.
Okay, let's turn now to downtown Sacramento. The No on Prop 50 side is holding a watch party at the state Republican Party headquarters. ABC
10's Jeannie Nguyen is live with a look at how they're feeling tonight. Jeannie, tell us about the mood there.
Chris and Laura, this is the final stretch here at the California GOP headquarters here in downtown Sacramento as they encourage people to vote no on Prop 50. And as you can tell, it has been a pretty quiet evening here at the headquarters, but more people are expected to show up. I did see Assemblymember David Tangipa walk around, also with Chairwoman Corinne Rankin, who is expected to speak a little later this evening. Now, to date, the No on Prop 50 campaign has raised nearly $85 million, and that is according to the California Secretary of State's website. And that is just a fraction of what the Yes on Prop 50 campaign has raised. And in the last 3 weeks, the state Republicans say they've raised just over $11 million to ensure voters are getting their message. Still, some of the grassroots organizers here in the state feel like the Republicans didn't do enough to rally against Prop 50. Assemblymember Carl DeMaio has been working on his own campaign and had some harsh words for his colleagues.
There needs to be people that are held accountable for the colossal waste of money on the Republican side. And I'm not going to be quiet about it because I am sick and tired of them failing. And they're failing not only our state, they're failing the party, and they're part of the problem.
Now, regardless of what the early polls have shown, everyone that I've spoken with within the Republican Party tell me they are still hopeful for this evening. For now, live at the California GOP headquarters in Sacramento, Jeannie Nguyen, ABC 10.
Yeah, the night is still young. Keep us posted as you learn more. Jeannie, thank you. We do have continuing team coverage tonight. ABC 10's Becca Habiger is live at the state Democratic headquarters in downtown Sacramento.
Okay, so Becca, tell us, what are you hearing from Democrats tonight?
Chris and Laura, Democrats here are excited. The vibe is really positive here. You know, they point to both polling and the political makeup of early voters, saying that both suggest Prop 50 will pass. Now, unlike previous elections where the outcomes of certain races took weeks to determine, I spoke with a political data expert, Paul Mitchell. He also drew the proposed maps. He says he thinks we will know the outcome of this election tonight, and he thinks Prop 50 will pass. But keep in mind, California's redistricting would only counter Texas's redistricting. Other Republican states are redistricting as well. So I asked Democratic Congressman Ami Bera if a Prop 50 win tonight would be more symbolic than practical.
I wish we didn't have to go through mid-decade redistricting because I do support the independent commission, but it is where we are right now. So we're doing our part in California. That's what we can do. You know, my district will get split in two and we'll make a decision on where I run. But this is about, you know, giving a voice back to people, and, you know, we'll see what happens in the other states.
Now, if Prop 50 passes, Congressman Bera says he'll announce later tonight whether he will run in his current district, District 6, or run in what would be newly redrawn District 3, currently held by Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley. Now, if Bera decides to challenge Kiley, he will also challenge a Democrat. Former State Senator Dr. Richard Pan, a Democrat, has announced that he will be challenging Kiley as well. So we'll keep an eye on what happens with that race for Congressional District 3 if Prop 50 passes. I will be here at the California Democratic Party headquarters throughout the night. I also spoke with Paul Mitchell, as I mentioned, the man who drew these proposed congressional district maps, and we ask about polling and what he sees for the rest of the night and these results. For now, I'm live in Sacramento. Becca Habiger, ABC 10.
A lot riding on these results tonight. We also expect to hear from Governor Gavin Newsom later tonight as well. Becca, we thank you for that live update. Well, new at 6, if Prop 50 does pass, one of the communities that could be impacted the most is right here in Northern California.
That's right. A city of just 68,000 would be divided into 3 separate districts. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras continues our team coverage from Lodi.
There are hundreds of them set up all across the state tonight, but this is not your average polling place. It's really at the heart of the impact. If Proposition 50 passes, many of the voters who showed up to this polling place here in Lodi would be switched over to a new district. In some cases, it's a matter of living on the other side of the street. With its traffic lights that have no arrows from Church Street, turning left or right onto Kettleman Lane can be a battle. But tonight, the battle over this intersection is at the ballot box, where Ernie Hernandez spent his morning.
I know how dumb it sounds, but hey, I thought of Hunger Games. I was like, okay, this is going to be some real-life Hunger Games stuff, so we're going to see who treats who better.
Lodi is within Congressional District 9 now, but under Prop 50, it would be split between Districts 9, 8, and 7. The border between the 3, the intersection of Kettleman and Church.
My house is like a couple blocks down, but honestly, I don't see any difference.
When it comes to splitting the district, Lodi's leaders did see a difference.
The city is against this redistricting.
The city council voting in September to send a letter to Governor Newsom formally opposing the proposition.
I have no idea. I haven't looked at a map of it yet.
I haven't looked at the map yet to try to figure it out.
Even with the proposed border right in their backyard, many voters told us it was national politics that brought them to the polls.
Bottom line is, if whatever Newsom's for, I'm going to vote against it.
It's kind of a radical thing, and I've always been kind of a radical guy, so I think that people needed to be more radical, especially these days.
While they all have to choose yes or no, these Lodi voters still share this busy intersection and the same message.
I'm one of those ones that can actually say that your vote actually counts. Just get out there and vote.
In Lodi, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.